Hello, it is Wednesday, November 15th, and my name is CJ Bloyer, and you are watching the first of what I hope is going to be a series of Writing Wednesday videos. So for those of you who've been around for a little bit, who watched my videos during Vlogtober, I had to take kind of a break and figure out what I wanted to do with my videos. Did I want to post more? Did I want to post every day? The answer to that is no. But how many times a week did I want to post? And so, and what did I want to post about? Like, what do I want to make videos about? I don't just want to make random videos about, hey, this is what happened today, because frankly, my life is pretty repetitive right now and it's not that exciting. So I don't really care to share that repetitiveness with everyone else. I am going to be doing 2 video series. The first will be posted on Mondays, and actually technically it's the second because it's not going to start until next Monday, but it's going to be posted on Mondays, and that is going to be called Music Mondays. And I'm going to spend time in those videos. I'm hoping to shoot them down in the studio. We'll see how the lighting goes down there. And basically what I'm going to be doing is talking about music, whether it's about playing music or studying music. We might talk about some music theory, some music history even. So that's something that we'll be doing on Mondays. And then on Wednesdays, I'm going to be posting a video called Writing Wednesdays, this being the first of the Writing Wednesdays. Since it's the month of November, we're primarily going to be talking about Nanowrimo, but as we go forward, I'm hoping I can update you on where I am in various projects. I have a lot of different writing projects going on, and hopefully I will have more as the time passes. So that's what Writing Wednesday is going to be about. So, having said that, let's get started. So, it's November, and November is National Novel Writers Month. And as part of that, Nanowrimo, which is an acronym, for those of you who don't know, is an acronym of National Novel Writers Month. It's Nanowrimo. And Nanowrimo has become this really cool phenomenon. It's a group of people across the world who participate in an online challenge. And the challenge is to write a novel, or rather the minimum number of words for a novel, in 30 days. Novels typically run between 50,000 and 80,000 words. Now there are some longer novels depending on the genre, but 50 to 80,000 words is the minimum for novels. And so the goal of Nanowrimo is to help you write or draft a novel in 30 days. Since it is November 15th, the middle of the month, pretty much everybody should be at 25,000 if they hope to get to the end. I mean, you should be pretty close to 25,000. I know there are people who aren't. For those of you who are not there yet, don't give up hope. You can do this. For those of you who are beyond 25,000, good job. So for Nanowrimo this year, I'm working on a novel that is an adaptation of the Jane Austen novel Sense and Sensibility. I don't have a title for it yet. I've been tossing some things around in my head, but none of them sound good. So if you can think of a title, that would be awesome. The thing that makes this particular adaptation a little bit cool for me is that I chose to set it within a church. I used the free church model, which for those of you who aren't familiar with church history, the free church are non-mainstream churches, non-mainline churches. Baptists they tend to be free churches. All it really means is that there isn't a central hierarchy within that connects all the churches together. Each church is more or less independent. So the reason I chose Sense and Sensibility and I chose to put it in a church setting is because the original story, the original book was set in the Regency period in England. For those of you who aren't familiar with that term, the Regency was a period of time in the early 1800s. It takes its name from the fact that George III, who was King of England, he was King of England when the United States decided to declare its independence. He's actually listed quite a few times in the Declaration of Independence. So he went a little mad. He went a little crazy. He went very crazy. And so for the government's sake, they decided to basically make his son, who eventually became George IV, but before that, while the George III was still alive, his son George became the Prince Regent. And so that period of time when he was a regent is called the Regency. So I chose to set my adaptation in the Free Church. And the reason I chose the Free Church is because in many respects, the Free Church culture, the Free Church community is very similar to the Regency culture and community that the original story was set in. But what's very interesting and what I wanted to bring across into this adaptation is the culture of the time was highly stratified, and there were very specific rules about behavior. And if you stepped outside those rules, particularly in the upper classes, you were upsetting the status quo, and this was not acceptable. And so within that world, romance was carried on in a very stylized way. It was very specific. But interestingly enough, and one of the things that the book Sense and Sensibility really focuses on is this juxtaposition between this very strict and sensible culture that expects appropriate behavior at all times, and this culture is existing right smack dab in the middle of the Romantic era. But the Romantic era was really a response to the Enlightenment, the Age of Reason, which focused heavily on logic and reason, whereas the Romantic era focused heavily on emotion. And so it's an interesting thing that you have this highly emotionally charged, you have these highly emotionally charged characters who really buy into this idea that emotion is the height of human existence, as opposed to this cultural structure that says you must maintain your decorum at all times, and obey very strict rules and all that. And so I thought it lent itself very well to the culture of the Free Church, and particularly the conservative Free Church. And there's this expectation of normalcy that just is very similar to the Regency. So that all being said, that is why I am using this particular model for this adaptation. So all that being said, that's where I'm at. I'm about 27,000 words into it. So basically the first third of it is done. My guess is it's probably going to be 60 to 70,000 words, maybe 80,000, depending on how long it takes me to get certain things in there, certain plot points in there. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of time, edit this video, post it. It'll be posted on YouTube, on Facebook. I will probably tweet it as well as post it on Instagram. I think those are the ones I'm starting with. And yeah, that's where we're going. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you do, like it down below, subscribe to my channel. That would be great. Otherwise, you can catch me at CJ Bloyer on Facebook and on Twitter at CJ Bloyer. I believe on Instagram I'm also CJ Bloyer. I will put those links down below. And I will talk to you guys on Monday. Bye.